good, people? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Happy Friday, Friday the 13th, nigga. Jason Voorhees is in the building. For those that don't know, this is eloquently petty, articulate ass holery, up in the Negro swag. You are now on the Keep It 100 channel. My name is Marcus. Bitches and niggas, niggas and bitches. You could have been anywhere in the world. But you here with me. Bitches and niggas, niggas and bitches. Y'all already know what it is. I'm back. I've been away. Left this motherfucker, came back. Been a million places. Jet lagged in a motherfucker. Alright. What's going on? What's going on? Let me shout out some people. African Repack. What's up? There's what a title. Alright. Adrian, what's going on? Shad Hill, what's up? Revelator, what's poppin'? Poppin' Revelator. Alright, Barry Little, Spain Man. Legend Time, you already know what it is. Legit Time Processor. I see you in the building, Playboy. I see you. Self Son 7, Alexander Kelly, Ron Matthews, my usual niggas. What's poppin'? All right, JB Designs. What's going on, man? All right, a lot of fuck shit to discuss this evening. A lot of fuck shit, man. And fuck shit has a name. And shout out to my man Nigel. I don't know if Nigel's in the building. I'm gonna have to send out some notifications on Facebook for everybody that's missing, man. But shout out to my man Nigel. Me and Nigel been having a lot of conversations, man. Jermaine. We're gonna blame it on Jermaine tonight, man. What's going on, man? You know this shit is your fault, right? You know this shit is your fault, man. You did this shit to us, man. It's Jermaine's fault, man. Yo, fuck shit has a name this week, and her name is Jada Pinkett Smith Alcina Shakur. Yes. Shout out to my man Nigel. I see him in the building. That is something that he made up. Jada Pinkett Smith Shakur Alcina is the way he said it. I just want to get it right, man. Shout out to Nigel, man. Oh, man, hey, Nigel, we gonna discuss everything that me and you have discussed, and I got them links ready. We going into all that tonight, man. I couldn't wait till tomorrow. I couldn't wait till next week, man. I would have did this yesterday, man, but I just got back to the States. All right. You know, I'm burning a hole through my motherfucking passport. Shout out to Barry Little. Said SYSBM support independent black male media. Black men speak freely. Absolutely, that takes place here next week. Next week, y'all. Let's talk SBE. Oh yeah, that's going down. Part two. Open panel, bro. Open panel. I want all the content creators to show up. I want everybody there. BGS said he's coming through. All right. BGS said he's coming through. He said he coming guns blazing. So if y'all want to get at the master teacher, he will be here for the Let's Talk SBE part 2. Okay. All right, I'm saying it now so motherfuckers don't get it twisted. This is open panel, so nobody can tell me, oh, you set us up, and you said it was only going to be this person, that person. What's going on, D? D Scott in the building. This is open panel. Battle Royale nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. It's going down, man. All right, man. So, yeah, man. No country for black men, man. No country for black men. Shout out to Hood Servitor. Shout out to my man Roberado. Black Light Revelations. You know what I'm saying? If they show up, I'm going to definitely pull them up for the political portion of this. I don't know how long this is going to be. That's why I chose to do it on a Friday. I don't know who's fighting tomorrow. I don't know what niggas beating what Mexican tomorrow ass. So I figure I'd do it on a Friday. Because I know y'all like to see niggas and Mexicans fight. You know what I'm saying? Got to do shit on a Friday with motherfuckers they got to be to work the next day. Or, you know, the Negro Mexican fight happening. So first thing I want to ask, because I've been gone for a long time, who did the self-snitching shit better? Was it KeepItOneHunned or hApp? I'm taking a poll. Pause. I'm taking, answers. I want people's opinions on this KeepItOneHunned shit. This nigga got to be the dumbest motherfucker in hip-hop history aside hApp. Aside from hApp, man. I wonder how much Vlad is paying these motherfuckers to come and tell on themselves. And I got history with Vlad. I ain't gonna go into that's a different story because I remember him way before all this shit. But I'm just trying to understand with the history of prosecutions and shit like that at this point. Why would the fuck you go to the Vlad TV or No Jumper or whatever platform one of these motherfuckers is having where they asking you these incriminating questions? I don't get it. Yeah, man, out there, man, he shot the motherfucker. And people are asking some interesting questions. Because a lot of this shit don't make sense. I'm wondering, is KeepItOneHunned lying, right? I mean, I'm sure he was there, right? I'm sure he was there. But I wonder, like, to what extent is he exaggerating for clout? And now that clout has him in a fucked up position. Not only that, the Diddy connection, right? We'll touch on, man, the whole Diddy connection, because they putting it out there like this was a contract from Puff to do this. The whole Diddy connection, right? Puff said, hey, y'all go out there and pop him, right? He's talking about the gun. For far as I know, I might be incorrect, right? But they sent the gun to him, like the gun that was in his house. He's supposed to have some sort of evidence in his house. Don't tell me this nigga kept the gun for 30 years. If he kept the gun for 30 years, he's the dumbest motherfucker in hip-hop history. And he ain't even a rapper. If he kept the gun, for prosperity purposes, that's even if, that's all that's even if that's real. Hey, say, hey, it's Ken. Saw you live and popped in to say, yo, hey, what's up? What's up? Hit me on the inbox or something. I'm trying to figure out, well, what's going on? Hello? Is it Brick City? Brick City Riri. Hey, what's up, Brick City Riri? How you doing? Hey. So, yeah, man, KeepItOneHunned. KeepItOneHunned, man. If he has any evidence from the 90s in his house, this dude is stupider than he knocks AR out top 5 for dumbest self-snitchers. Oh, Kenyatta. Hey, how you doing? Well, yeah, man, KeepItOneHunned is done. He's done. Now, what's his name? Bernard. Shout out to Bernard Riley. Bernard addressed this. I want to work through these topics because we're going to get to the point in a minute. Bernard touched this a little bit. There was a girl who did a let me see if I can share it and get it playing on here. There's a girl who did a I think it was a TikTok, and she had a bonnet on. Basically, she was talking about a bunch of guys that were dressed up in suits and shit like that. She was saying, something I don't know if it was a Father's Day thing. I forget what it was, but she was basically saying that, these guys can't be, black excellence. These are not examples of black excellence unless they were fathers taking care of their kids and some woman. Like, in order to be considered, black excellence or a good example of a black guy, right? You have to be a father in the first place. You have to have kids. You have to be taking care of your kids. You have to be taking care of some woman. So you can't be a single guy. You can't be a single guy paying your own bills, paying your own rent, paying your own car note. That's not good enough, right? Being a self-sufficient adult person isn't good enough. You're not a real man until, bitches knight you and anoint you a real man. Can't be a real man unless you in service. I will serve, I will be a service. You John Wick out this motherfucker. You are under the table because bitches are the table. So the bitches are the high table and you're under the table and you will serve under the table. Niggas is John Wick, dog. Shout out to Lucy. What's going on, man? What's going on? Hey. Eric Sermon. Niggas is John Wick. You will serve. You will be a service, motherfucker. What's going on, Janadrian? I see you, man. He said, oh yeah, I'm getting real tired of this Will Smith, Jada nonsense. Yes, the Smith saga continues, niggas. The Smith saga continues. I'll get into that in a few. But yeah, niggas is John Wick. You will serve, motherfucker. You will not be anointed, a real man unless you are of service. You will serve. You will be a service. Okay? They are the high table. Right? Oh, ding dong. The bitch is dead. The wicked bitch. From what I hear, Cynthia G's channel has been demonetized. Now, I want to see just as much energy that niggas put into that fresh and fit shit, or more energy directed towards Cynthia G being demonetized. I don't think it's being talked about enough. Motherfuckers celebrated Myron and them motherfuckers crashing and burning, and I ain't mad at it. But Cynthia G is demonetized. Now, it was over the video. These dudes kept going at her. I think it's ours or somebody like this, right? I don't know if she's gone for good. So this is, let's not suck our own dicks too quickly, because there might be a way for her to get back. From what I understand, they took down the video that she made about aborting black male babies. They got rid of that. That's gone. Right? They got rid of that. That's gone. Shout out to Dessalines. I see you, man. All right. And Nigel said the Bay Yang. Reynolds, what's going on, man? Yeah. They took that down, and a lot of her like rhetoric, the hate rhetoric videos have been demonetized, and then the channel is demonetized. She's banned from posting for whatever time period. But from what I understand, if she deletes all the videos that they demonetized, her channel might be monetized again. She might be eligible for the partner program, which is crazy. What it means is, and shout out to Black Oru. I told Black Oru Strikes, right? I told him black women are allowed to express or practice white supremacy on white platforms. I told y'all motherfuckers this shit. I keep telling you. They can practice white supremacy on white platforms. You just can't say shit about them or certain groups of people. Now, without saying any names, because we see where your boy Myron ended up, and he didn't even say it here. He said it somewhere else. Okay? So, no, she is suspended. I think this is temporary. She will be back. They complained enough, and there's a lot of videos that should have her suspended forever or terminated from the partner program. But again, you want this platform to eliminate someone whose message is in league with what they want spoken. And this is part of my No Country for Black Men message. That's the one part of it. Okay? I want motherfuckers to understand this shit. No, it doesn't work that way because you feel like, you're important or you should be important to people that never had your interest. These are the agents. Were they going to shut down their own agent? I'm trying to understand the rationale with this. Okay, yeah, they took you got to get rid of the video, the one video or the group of videos because, it's a bad look. But how long did that take? How long did that take, man? How long did that take? It's just crazy. You want some, you want a different outcome. So shout out to Nigel, man. We gonna play that video tonight. Nigel sent me some interesting links, man. We'll go into my my Facebook inbox, man, and retrieve some of these links. In the meantime, so we got Chicago migrants, right? We're gonna talk about the Chicago migrants. And Nigel, if you have any more links you want me to rock, send them to me as I'm speaking. Now, I don't, I spoke about this on Patreon. I'm speaking on it here. Now, I think we, some of us know, or maybe some of us don't know about the the Chicago migrant situation, right? Where, you got people that are being brought in. I might got that video on here. People are being brought in and they're giving, people from other places, like all this funding, all of this, all these benefits, and this is going on in Chicago. And a lot of black people are making noise about this shit. This is shit that, we've been fighting for. We've been fighting for some time. And these motherfuckers just show up and they get handed some shit. Right? Let me try to pull up this video. I'm trying to pull up this video of this shit. Because I thought I saved it. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. But that's a problem. That's a motherfucking problem. And I know people are saying, because it's going to be some shit said here tonight. I want people to understand this. Y'all see me and Gigi go, have these sorts of conversations. Y'all can call me whatever y'all want. Okay? Y'all can call me whatever y'all want. I just want it understood. I want understood that all over the world, black people have gone through some shit with different groups of white folks. Black people, I don't care if you're from the islands, I don't care if you're from the continent. We have all gone through different things with different groups of white folks. Understand this. Each group of black people have to address their specific group of white people for what's owed to them. Shout out to Electrician 480, man. What's going on, man? Salute to you. I appreciate that. Super chat. I've said it before. I had the phrase, holla at your colonizer. Holla at your colonizer. Right? Okay? Holla at your colonizer. Shout out to Ghetto User. He said, go ahead and speak, my brother. Facts. Yeah, absolutely. Holla at your colonizer. That's not a hateful message from one black man to another black man from another land. It's this idea when we say stuff like this that we're, creating division and things like that. Understand that since we've been here, our situation has been, misappropriated, diluted, and things of that nature. So we're going to speak on that, a little bit of that today. But before I do that, let's bring up some shit, man. We're going to get into the saga. We're going to get into the saga, man. Matter of fact, you know what? Even better, what I'll do is I'll take this shit to my community tab because everything that I'm gonna speak on about this shit is on my community tab, right? So we scroll up here, let's scroll up. All right, we're gonna start right here. Because yo, niggas keep taking L's, man. These celebrity niggas, man. Shout out, Papoose situation is what it is. All right, we spoke on that. We spoke on that shit. But this is some shit that just keeps coming up. Like, yo, bro, like, can we have our black male heroes? Like, it ain't even this ain't one of them situations where it's like the white man is taking him down, right? No, it's his own wife. His own wife, man. His own bitch. His own woman is going at him, right? So let me bring this in, right? So we're gonna share this, right? So this is my community tab. Let me get a better layout here, right? So hold on. Let me go here. So Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith reveals she and Jada have been separated since 2016, right? Now, what's interesting about Jada Pinkett is that nobody gives a fuck about Jada Pinkett until she mentions Will Smith. Nobody cares what this chick got to say outside of Will Smith as a topic. The best career move she ever made was marrying this motherfucker. And one could say the worst career move he made was marrying her. Let me ask somebody a question. Tell me, what movie, what Hollywood film was Jada Pinkett the star vehicle for? And people don't know what a star vehicle is, meaning she was the lead and the whole film was carried by her. Somebody name that film for me. You got all night. I don't even think she was a star. My man said Woo. I remember Woo. But who was, I think she had co-stars. No, Set It Off is not. Set It Off is an ensemble cast. She's number one on the call sheet. Understand, I'm from this environment. Jada's number one on the call sheet for Set It Off. Absolutely. But she didn't carry that film by herself. She had 3 other women, right? Now, as far as Woo, who was in Woo with her? Girls Trip, another ensemble. That's an ensemble cast. You look at the poster, everybody's the same fucking size on the poster. That's ensemble. Right? Ensemble. So, yeah, her and Tommy Davidson. Mind you, on the poster, she's the biggest thing on the poster because I remember the poster or the DVD cover, CD cover, whatever. It's the closest thing she's ever had. And how did that do? How did Woo do? She's never been an A-list anything. She's never been A-list. All right, she ain't carried Jason's Lyric. She ain't carried nothing she's been in. She ain't carried Set It Off. Set It Off was her, Vivica Fox, and Queen Latifah, and the other bitch. Right? She was in Low Down Dirty Shame, and we know whose movie that was. She ain't never carry a film alone. Woo, maybe number one on the call sheet. Girls Trip, number one on the call sheet. Right? But it's an ensemble. Understand what an ensemble cast is. It's pretty much equal billing. Her best career move was marrying that motherfucker right there. And I'm going to say it again. I've said it before. If Jada Pinkett didn't marry Will Smith, she'd be Nia Long. Nia Long is Jada Pinkett without Will Smith. Or as Nigel says, Jada Pinkett, Smith, Shakur, Alcina. Am I leaving out a name? Nah, I think that's all of them. Right? So, yeah, let me check my inbox, man. I think Nigel sent me some shit, man. But yeah, man. Okay. All right. Let's do this. So, let's go into this. I'm gonna jump off it. Matter of fact, you know what? No. Let's get through this. So, yeah, they've been separated since 2016, right? So, let me go back. Right? So then after that, she comes out and she tells People magazine that Chris Rock tried to holler at her amid the divorce rumors between them two. So now Chris Rock tried to shoot his shot at you. Now, after he called you a bald-headed bitch, after he gets on stage and calls you a bitch in front of like America, right? After all of that, after the slap, after all of this shit, after the apology and the comedy special and all of these things that happen, right? You never thought twice about you know what? Let me justify or explain any of my husband's actions or anything that we're going through with Chris Rock by saying, yo, this motherfucker tried to holler at me. This bitch is lying. That's my DMX from Belly. Bitch is lying. I don't believe her. I know we supposed to believe black women. I don't believe her. Get the fuck out of here. After all of that, he gonna shoot a shot at you? Chris Rock talking about he trying to shoot his shot at Rihanna and Meg the Stallion. You the old bitch in the club. What he's hollering at you for? He made the G.I. Jane joke about you. Get the fuck out of here, man. See, this is the thing. Oh, he tried to holler at me. How many niggas have been through this shit? Where in order to discredit you, a bitch be like, he tried to get the pussy. He just mad because I wouldn't fuck him, right? He just mad because I wouldn't fuck him. Yeah, Jada Pinkett, Shakur Smith, Alcina. That is trademark Nigel Ados. Yeah, man. Oh, let's get to that. Oh, Lord, let's get to that. Shout out to Janadrian. I see you. Let's get to that. So, okay. Jada Pinkett calls Tupac her soulmate and suggests that they've traveled together in past lives. This bitch is a nut job. This bitch is a nut job, man. Will, run, nigga. Run for your life, nigga. Yeah, he did. Cortez, yeah, he did say, he said it jokingly, but this is where his head is at. His head is with the look. I'm an old comedian with money. If I'm a fuck with some bitches, it's gonna be some young bitches. I'm not hollering at somebody old ass wife that they about to dump off. You know what I'm saying? Nah, no, hey, look, man. Now Cortez says Jada don't care about Tupac like that. She's trolling. Nah, no, that bitch an alpha widow, bro. That bitch is Tupac's alpha widow. And whether he smashed or didn't, we know that Tupac Shakur did not give two fucks about Jada Pinkett. She didn't appear in one of his music videos until the nigga was in jail. Remember Temptations with her little twerk scene? Oh yeah, if you want to see Jada Pinkett twerk on camera, go pull up Temptations Tupac on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, she might like it, but she got history with him, dog. She went to school with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So whatever their relationship was, that nigga wasn't into her like that. That nigga done moved on to bigger and better and badder bitches. You understand what I'm saying? Bigger, better, and badder bitches. Her soulmate. Then she said something else to the effect of Tupac was her soulmate. They just didn't have chemistry. How the fuck are you somebody's soulmate with no chemistry? Isn't that like what's required to be a soulmate? Chemistry? No, shorty. You like that nigga. That nigga wasn't feeling you like that. Oh, she was in Keep Your Head Up? Yeah, that was a long time ago, man. I forgot about that, man. He said she was in Keep Your Head Up in 93. This nigga your soulmate? Yo, I wish Pac was here to be like, man, that bitch ain't my soulmate. Soulmate? So after all the, your daughter wrote a letter to Tupac wishing that he was your daddy and all this other crazy shit. Yo, she's punishing this nigga. She's punishing Will Smith, punishing this nigga. She even says something else about wanting to be the one to pull a plug on this nigga. You talking about a nigga that's been dead for 30 years. 30 years, man. And Janae said, yeah, I'm 30 years old now. Tim said, not me. I ain't 30. Well, yeah, man. Shit. I remember, and this is irrelevant, but shout out to my man Hassani. I remember when cable TV was a luxury. If you were a child in the 80s and you had cable TV, you was the shit. You was rich. So all y'all motherfuckers that's born in the 90s and the 2000s, cable TV is as common as cell phones. Y'all niggas that grew up in the 80s, no. Bougie niggas with money had cable. Hood niggas ain't know what the fuck was on cable TV. If you knew what Fraggle Rock was, nigga, you was special. And everything I'm talking about is older than this shit. Like, fuck you, Fraggle Rock, money having ass niggas. Fuck y'all 1980s WHT HBO having niggas. I had to get that off my chest. All you WHT HBO box having, because this is only one box with one channel. That was cable. HBO, WHT. If you had that, you was good money. Fuck you. You had money. Man, no, hey, started from the bottom. Now we here. Not if you had HBO in the 80s, nigga. Not if you had HBO or WHT in the 80s, nigga. You ain't start from shit, nigga. You had some shit. Black people, you know what I'm talking about. If you 40 anything, that's some real shit. Yeah, D Scrambler. Hey, look, if you had to buy that too. My man JJ Ray said, down in Fraggle Rock. Yeah, if you had Fraggle Rock on your TV in the 80s, man, you was doing it well, man. You was doing good. Your moms or your pops, your pops probably lived at home with you. Yeah, man. Fucking Jada Pinkett saga continues. I'm tired of this bitch. Somebody, stop giving interviews to this bitch. Stop granting this bitch interviews. You know what it is? They know that with Jada, they're going to get a Will Smith story. They're going to get a Will Smith story out of Jada if they bring Jada on. Nobody gives a fuck about what Jada got going on, the next movie she in, or the TV show, or whatever. Will Smith. That's all they want to talk about. She's the closest thing to Will Smith. She's the insider on Will Smith. That's why she rolling up on a nigga in his kitchen with a fucking phone camera. Come on, what you doing, Will? Nobody gave a fuck about no red table talk, none of that. You are Will Smith's wife, bitch. You are the king's bitch. Nobody gives a fuck about what you're doing. Know what I'm saying? You've been done. Motherfucker. Anyway, we're going to go into this link that Nigel sent me, right? So I'm going to stop sharing that. Satellite bitch. You leech bitch. And this nigga just, yo, nigga, if I'm Will Smith, I'm like, this is a special announcement from Will Smith. Don't listen to none of this bitch is talking about. Ain't got shit to do with me. She's out of her mind. I ain't fucking with her. Yeah, we have been separated. So when I was fucking Margot Robbie, shit was all good. All right. So yeah, that's what I will say is Will Smith. So okay, so this what shout out to Nigel. Chicago migrant crisis proves Democrats don't believe in democracy. Residents go in on politicians as they should. All right, so I'm gonna pull this video up. This is Philip Scott. It appears. Shout out to Philip Scott. Fair use, my nigga. Fair use. Let me pull that up. We're gonna go into that. Let's get to that. All right. So haven't watched this. I'll be watching this for the first time with you, unless Nigel, maybe you sent this to me before. Let's go.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go back into the Chicago migrant crisis. Now we know that Governor Greg Abbott and a couple of other Republican governors has said, you know what, since you are a sanctuary city, well, let's go on and send you some of these people to come to your city because you want to house them there. Because at least here in Texas, we have been dealing with a migrant crisis for decades with no help from anybody, no help from the federal government at all. Several hospitals have closed behind the people coming here trying to get all free stuff because they have heard in their country, if you come to America, you can get free house, free health care, you can get a job, you get free child care.
That's funny because who's getting free health care? I guess for them, I mean, shit, niggas want to go like to Canada or something for free health care. Niggas ain't getting free health care in this motherfucker. You got to pay for that shit. It's bad enough. Like you talk about sanctuary city, it's bad enough. It's bad enough that Chicago is dealing with their other situations, their crime situations, gang situations, and shit like that. And you send these motherfuckers to Chicago, of all places. Anyway, let's continue.
Everything is free. But when something is free for somebody else, that means somebody else is paying for it.
Right.
While citizens of the United States of America do not get anything. And the most insidious part of this migrant crisis is the Democrats, supposed to be our friends, are trying to take advantage of us. And I'm so glad to see Black people are starting to stand up against this abuse that the Democrat Party think they can do to Black people in 2023. So last night we covered how they had a plan that they wanted to take the community center in a Mudson Park, and they want to take 200 migrants and just inject them there. Last night we covered how the other place where the migrants are at, they have brought nothing but crime to that area. So much so the Chicago Police Department are starting to be overwhelmed with the things that they're doing. We know they were in the Chicago Police Department police station, sleeping on the floor and all kind of other things. The police station is not a hotel, but this is what was happening with these migrants who have not vetted. We don't know who they are. We don't know if they're stone cold criminals. We don't know who they are.
I bet a nigga ain't never sleep in the Chicago Police Department since there's been a Chicago Police Department out of an act of benevolence from the city. If you sleep in the police department, nigga, you in jail. Right? That's what I'm thinking. I don't know how many of y'all agree with me, but I don't think that the niggas, hey, black man, you need somewhere to sleep? Why don't you sleep in the police department? Right? Oh, we're gonna talk about Trump, though. We're gonna talk about Trump and the Republicans. We're gonna talk about Trump and the because understand this, man. I'm not a friend of the Democratic Party. And I have to make that like clear every time I talk politics. Very critical of the Democratic Party, and I've been this way for some time, right? Just understand, neither side is your friend. No country for black men. I just want people to understand this shit. Okay? And I'm gonna see which one of y'all said this. Let's go to Mr. O. Said, I'm in Chicago and I don't feel sorry for us black people here. We voted for this and now losing our communities. We're getting what we deserve. I, to an extent, can feel that. I can feel that. You know what I'm saying? Lucy said, hit the like, and y'all want to listen to Lucy because she'll whoop your ass. So hit that like. I appreciate it. And so does Lucy. Okay. Thank you, Lucy. All right. So it's somebody here that said, because Phil said that black people don't get shit. No, the Democrats do take care of black women. They very much do. They very much do. I'm looking for the comment and looking for who said it. Yeah. I appreciate you, Lucy. I'm looking for who said it, because somebody said it. It said, black women benefit from the Democratic Party. They definitely do. So let's not make this about all black people. Right now. Oh shit, Tito's in the motherfucking building, nigga. My goddamn, nigga. What's going on, Playboy? But yeah, man. You see this shit, man? You see this shit? Tito's in the building, y'all. Shout him out, man. But yeah, man. These women definitely do. They don't get everything they want, but they get some breadcrumbs. They get some breadcrumbs. They ain't get that school loan forgiveness shit. Oh, they really wanted that shit for their degrees. They really wanted that. They wanted some free degrees. And motherfuckers said, sorry, I can't do it. He had the power. He had the power. Biden told them bitches, like a nigga, bitch, I'm going to take you to Roof Chris. If you suck my dick, bitch, I'll take you, Chris. This dick got his dick sucked and kept it moving. I ain't got Roof Chris money. I'm sorry I lied. I lied to you. Why you lie? What nigga is not going to lie to get his dick sucked? Like, bitch, I take you to, what was it? I take you to Benihana. Biden told these bitches he'll take them to Benihanas. For the pussy. For the political pussy. Let's listen to some more Phil, y'all.
We don't know, but they have just been allowed to come over here because it has been a policy. At this point, it's a policy. It has been a unwritten policy by the Biden administration and the Democrat Party is to swing open the borders of America and let everyone come in that they want to come in, at least, because we know if they're Haitian, they're going to get their behind right on out of here. But if they're coming from Venezuela, Nicaragua, El Salvador, Guatemala, wherever else they're coming from, they're welcome to come because those are the approved people to come over here, not the Haitians. Now, the residents had sounded off because they wanted to have a meeting in their neighborhood with the brothers and sisters and just informing them why they're going to do this. Now, before I get started, let's talk about democracy. Let's look at the textbook definition of democracy.
Now, at some point, I might have to skip ahead because this video is like 40 minutes long. So I want to get to the heart of this matter. I'm going to skip ahead to maybe some of this court stuff, but I'm going to let him say what the definition of democracy is, right? And then I want to get to some of these clips that are part of this video. But yeah, there's a group of people that are allowed to come here, and there's groups of people that apply for visas and often get rejected, and we know what that's based on. See, Haitians, and people from shithole countries, which is, for everybody that again hates Democrats but loves Republicans. That's what your man said. Why bring people over here from shithole countries? We could bring people from places like the Netherlands. Oh, what does that imply? Well, we don't know, but go Trump, right? But he said shithole countries. Now, how did these countries become shitholes? Part of it is on them. I ain't gonna make it all about, US or other government interference, but a lot of it has to do with stealing money from motherfuckers, natural resources and shit like that, and paying off whoever's in government to let the U.S. do that, right? But we know who's allowed to come here and who isn't. That's because you can't call in any context these Haitians or these other black people Caucasian. Like, they can't ever be Caucasian. You can't count them on your census as Caucasian, ever. Okay? Motherfuckers from the continent will never be Caucasian. They cannot check the Caucasian box on your census. Period. But at the end of the day, what he's saying is correct. But this is who they give shit to when they get here, because what they want is they want these people to vote left. What eventually happens is they vote right anyway, but you know, it's an attempt. This is these people saying, Biden, we're going to give you the Benihana's. We're going to take you to Ruth Chris. Anyway, let's get this democracy definition from Mr. Scott here.
Democracy, a system of government by the whole population or all the eligible members of a state, typically through elected representatives. Let's say a state governed by democracy, you see at the bottom. Let's say another, they say here, control of an organization or group by the majority of its members. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is considered democracy.
It's the definition. It's a definition. And whether we practice this is a different conversation, but it's a definition. Let's listen some more.
Now, when we listen to these clips here, and we got quite a few of our brothers and sisters sounding off, we'll stop them and kind of talk after a couple of them. But is this really democracy, what these politicians are doing in the United States of America to the American citizens? Well, let's get started.
Mr. Glover, you're going to get an opportunity to speak.
No. Turn the mic on. We're tired of hearing politicians. Turn the mic on. Turn the mic on. Good evening, everyone. I'll show you how disrespectful this is. On the 5 o'clock news, they projected that the migrants would be here by Saturday. Look, welcome to the welcoming city. Well, I got to tell you, only certain areas are welcoming. That's us. They want us. They say they want to use this park, but let me tell you, LaSalle Street, Clark Street, all the office buildings, nobody wants to be in the loop anymore. They all want to move west because of new buildings with better amenities. Those buildings are empty right now with water, heat, and everything. But they don't want the migrants down there. We're not anti-migrants, but this is so disrespectful for them to just sit up here with this crap and we're supposed to listen to it.
You see, that's another thing that I wanted to touch on. Okay, Chicago is a sanctuary city, but you send these people, you send these, you know, these migrants, these people to where the people that they're going, whose lives they're going to disrupt, don't have enough power to stop you. You ain't sending them to white people shit. You don't send them to where people ain't having it. You make sure you send them to where black people live. That's what you made sure you did. The problem is these black people will vote for these motherfuckers again. Shout out to Dr. Thunder. I see you, man. These niggas will vote for this motherfucker again. Now, I'm going to say this, and I want the Nate Dogs and the Hood Conservatives and the Bernard Rileys of the world to hear me say it. I'm willing to vote Republican to show these motherfuckers, fuck them. Not because I support Republicans, because fuck them too. But because these people need to know that in order to get the black vote, you got to give motherfuckers some real shit. My fan. This comment made me laugh. He said, these old Negroes destroyed the community. Hey, look, there might be some truth to that. Shout out to Dr. Thunder, man. Shout out to Dr. Thunder, man. I'm just saying, man. Listen, I'm with it to that extent. Not because I believe in anything that Trump or the Republicans are saying, because I don't. I think, most people know where I sit is on neither side. And no matter how many times I say that, both sides will say, oh, you like the other side. I got motherfuckers that think I'm a Trump supporter. You got motherfuckers that think I'm leftist. Fuck it. If you can't understand English, I have no more English for you. But there's no country for black men. There's no country for black men. None of these motherfuckers are your friends or nothing. So let's hit old Thomas speech some more. This shit is disrespectful.
You know what? If you would had your right mind and see a crowd like this, you would say to yourself, they don't want it. But no, these politicians, they think that they can just do everything. And
don't say these politicians, say motherfuckers' names, man. Say their names, man. And again, these will be the same people. And because I feel like black people vote for whoever telling them the nicest shit in the moment, or whoever ain't calling them a nigga in the moment. That's the fucking shit they vote for. Whoever ain't showing them the most outlandish disrespect in the moment. And let me tell you something else. Just because some of your beliefs might align with the right or the left doesn't mean that they're your people. They don't have to be, and understand that, people, oh, you don't need them to be your friends, Marcus. But they have to equally distribute shit. Like equal and fair treatment, like equal, protection under the law. And that's all I've been saying. I don't want no hugs. I want no friendships. I want no kisses. I ain't hugging police or judges or none of that stupid shit. Equal protection under the law. Rights that they are bound to respect. Because if they gonna have a gun law and we believe in having a gun law, yeah, we agree. But at the end of the day, motherfucker, they don't want you to have no gun. And that's just one example of what I'm talking about. Some of the shit don't apply to y'all niggas on either side. And we think we should have this. We think we should have free healthcare. White people want free healthcare. They were signing that Affordable Health Care Act shit, and they thought Obamacare was for niggas. So they wanted to get rid of Obamacare, and they wanted their affordable health care, but then they found out you got nigga health care, motherfucker. And that's when, oh, wait, Mr. Trump, don't get rid of Affordable Health Care Act. I thought, yeah, that's Obamacare. It is. I'm on Obamacare. I thought Obamacare was for the niggas. So, yeah, you might say, yeah, we should have free healthcare. They might say it. They don't want it for you. My man said, my man, Mr. O says, black people in general vote in the way of the B-dub. Yeah, they vote Democrat because the Democrats are offering these bitches crumbs, and the bitches are telling niggas, if you don't vote the way we vote, you can't get no pussy. You better vote the way we vote. And niggas are sensitive to black women's needs. Let's keep it real. Like these the simp niggas. Oh, the Democrat gonna do this for black women. And they see Stacey Abrams and she look like they mama and shit, because black niggas think every black woman is they fucking mama. They think every black woman is she look like your mama black and all this other stupid shit. They compare every black woman to their fucking mama. The bitches ain't your mama, man. They not your mama. They'll tell you, I ain't serving that nigga a plate. Who you think I am? His mama? I ain't cleaning up after that nigga. Who he think I am? His mama? I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. I ain't taking care of no niggas. Who he think I am? His mama? Hey, he fucking with them white girls. His mama black. You see what I did there? But his mama black. But that bitch ain't me. I ain't his mama. What he want me to do? He should cook his own food, fix his own plate, do all this shit himself. But pay my rent, buy my Birkin, my red bottoms, and all this other shit, right? You want the daddy, but I ain't your mama. But nigga, you daddy. You even call a nigga daddy. All right? And my mother light-skinned and thin. Yeah, but your mama black. But I ain't his mama. I ain't doing all that shit because I ain't his mama. You want to remind a nigga of their mama, do all that shit. Meanwhile, the Indian man get his plate fixed. The Latino man get his plate fixed by his woman. I'm sure Lucy ain't telling, Papi Chulo, I not his mama. She ain't telling the nigga that. It's Papi Chulo, baby. You know what I'm saying? Are those con pollo coming up? Just sit right there. Relax. Relax. I got you. Coming right up. Okay? That's all I'm saying. JB Desire says, Marcus, I promise you, Strags got 2 generations left max. Gen Z brothers like me, avoid them like the plague. Oh, you a Gen Z brother? Absolute. Hey, clap, clap, clap. Need more of you in the building. Tell these chicks, these Gen Z niggas don't give a fuck. The further we get from civil rights and all that pro-black nationalist shit, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. There will be more Aubrey Grahams in this motherfucker. More Drakes. More Drakes. Because Gen Z is the generation that's on social media seeing the chicks say all the stupid shit. They hear all the music. Yo, the Gen Z women and the Gen X women, we don't even have to say the shit no more. As much as motherfuckers, let me check this out, y'all. As much as motherfuckers want to shut this message down, if everybody in the ear, if everybody in the space stop making videos, the TikToks won't stop. The Jada Pinkett shit won't stop. They're their own infomercial for why you shouldn't fuck with them. And in future videos, yo, I'm going to say more about simps than I am about women. The simps are the issue. The women are, matter of fact, they're both symptoms. The simp and the strag, they're like the chicken and the egg, which came fucking first. Which came first, because one raised the other, right? And one enables the other. Marcus, race loyalty is a foreign concept to us Gen Z, bro. Hey, I'm aware. I'm very aware. So they're beyond fuck. We grew up being able to compare them to other women because we grew up in the suburbs. But not just that. You guys have the benefit of the internet. A lot of this stuff that we're saying in the sphere, I've been saying this in the 90s in high school. But motherfuckers looked at me crazy because there wasn't enough shit for them to see in their face as examples. But they're still tied to the old shit because they grew up with parents from the 60s and the 70s. The further we get removed from that shit, these chicks are in trouble. There's nowhere to go. They thought they were trapped in Reconstruction era because they trapped with niggas and they ain't had any rights. And, the grandmas of them times, the women of them times is the grandmas now. And they told these women, fuck these niggas, be independent, don't be trapped. Because we was Sealy. We was Miss Sealy from The Color Purple. And now y'all got freedom. But guess what? Guess what? There's nowhere to go. Even with your freedom, there's nowhere to go. Where do you swirl to? Everybody can't swirl. Let's play some more of this my man right here.
And see, another thing is you all's representative, I can say what I want to say because I take nothing from them. I don't need nothing from them. Okay? They have disrespected us, our community. They're going to tell us and just shove it down our throats. And we're supposed to like it. Yeah, you all are sitting there. And another thing, they do not have a plan. And so many migrants come in there, so let's take this. Let's take that. Now you see a viable park here that's functioning well in a nice area. Say this was a bad area, they wouldn't be here. Okay? Another thing I want you to understand how we support this park. This park needed air conditioners. You think we went to the park district? No, because we don't need them. We bought them. Supplant this whole park. They needed a stove and a refrigerator. We did it, the Advisory Council. They needed a microwave. We give Christmas parties, and I don't ask these politicians for a dime. Woo. And this place is packed. Woo. See, they don't like people like me because I'm not taking their crap. And and Brandon Johnson and Mayor and Alderman Terry Farrell, they wear this hat, and it's there. And all this crap about, I just got to notice it. Well, if they don't give you that much respect as alderman, you don't need to be alderman. Okay? So don't drink the Kool-Aid. There are ample places in this city that the migrants can up the health issue, the shots that they haven't had. They're going to set this city back a long ways with this crap that they're doing. Just throwing people in. They don't give a In New York, half the hospitals are full with migrants. They can't get away to. Now, I don't mind, and we're not anti-migrants, but
now, ladies and gentlemen, let me interject just right quick. You're going to hear that black people say this a lot, and I'm going to actually cover that because we need to stop saying that talking point. We're not anti-migrant.
Right, which is before he jumped in, that's exactly what I was going to say. Stop apologizing, man. Stop apologizing. Now, I often say in these conversations, and I'm talking to my ADOS people. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to my ADOS people. I often say, hey, man, I love, my people from the continent. I ain't got no hate for my people on the continent. I ain't got no hate for my people on the islands, right? And it's getting old because a lot of times, in order for us to express our issues, we have to say we are not hating, because to speak our concerns and our issues and stand up for our positions, the people, whether we talk about women and our issues with them, or whether we want to talk about reparations, or whether we want to talk about anything that, the black people who are descendants of slaves in this country are dealing with, we have to apologize to someone for bringing up the conversation. And I'm going to tell you the truth, and shout out to Trevor Noah. Because Trevor Noah is a South African who will come out and say, that shit ain't got nothing to do with me as somebody from South Africa. That is between the Black Americans and the American government. If you can't understand that, like we understood that, South Africa and the apartheid shit about y'all and not us. If you can't understand that, then actually we don't owe you a fucking apology. Now, if you want to take that away, that's fine. That's fine. Because we're tired of apologizing to other motherfuckers. Ain't nobody really making distinctions of our direct issues. If it doesn't directly affect them, they not a part of it. They're not a part of it. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm speaking that I'm not talking about individuals. I'm talking about group shit. I would love to see an overwhelming amount of continental Africans and people from the Caribbean saying Black Americans deserve their reparations from the U.S. government without having to have a fucking stake in it. We fight everybody else's fucking battles. We fight everybody else. Everybody come to us and ask us about everybody else's injustices. They even ask, do we forgive the motherfuckers doing shit to us? It would be nice if an abundance of black people from other places came out and said, yo, we understand what black Americans did in this country to even give us the opportunities that we're enjoying once we came on a ship, a boat, whatever, a plane, whatever, because we laid the foundation. We laid the foundation for all the shit that you came here to enjoy. So not only do we require, we demand your respect for that shit. We demand it. Because you're eating off the plate and you're getting a slice of the pie that we bake, motherfucker. We bake this shit. We don't get, oh, we come over here, we work hard. That's great. But you wouldn't have shit if it wasn't for us. And we want to hear this shit said out loud. You ain't got to worship us, kiss our ass. We want that shit said, motherfucker. Respect that. Just like if we came over there, we would respect the blood that was shed over there. We can't lay claim to shit over there. Just show up and say, oh, we demand some shit. We demand some land. And we demand this and we demand. Imagine us coming to the Caribbean or Africa demanding some shit. We can't demand shit. Y'all owe us this. Because shit, to be honest, if you want to expand the reparations argument, and you know where I'm going with it, it's fair to say, based on the role of the continent and how we got here, shit is owed to us on the continent. But nobody's talking that shit. They'd rather say we hate you. And nobody's hating you. But we gonna stop apologizing while we fight for our shit. So Phil is saying something that before he stopped the man from talking that I had planned to say. We are tired of protecting the feelings of motherfuckers who don't give a fuck about what we're fighting for and the shit we dealt with. Because motherfuckers will come here and be like, oh, you black people, you're acting this way and you don't deserve this. And these are motherfuckers that are telling us we don't deserve any of the shit from the American government. What the fuck does it have to do with you? I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about the people who saying it. And you know the first place they go? Well, your boy Tariq this and your boy Tariq that and yada, yada, yada. Tariq. He didn't bring it up first. ADOS was the first conversation. FBA came later. So you're using Tariq as an excuse to say that black Americans hate you because they're fighting for reparations from the government for their slavery and their oppression. This has nothing to do with anything else or people that came from anywhere else. And the first thing people will say is, well, we're black. We went through shit too. Well, who did it to you? Who did that to you? And whoever that person is, holla at your colonizer. If you came from Europe, holla at your colonizer. If European countries colonize the place that you come from in on the continent, holla at those people. They owe you. We ain't gonna get in the way of that. If you want to holler at Great Britain, if you want to holler at France, you want to holler at Portugal, you want to holler at Spain, nobody's gonna say, y'all niggas don't deserve reparations from those nations because all y'all gonna do is blow it. All y'all gonna do is this, and all y'all gonna do is that. Or we black too, so can we get some Spanish reparations? Or can we get some French reparations? Or can we get some British reparations? Niggas ain't gonna say that. You know what niggas will do? They'll pump their fist and right along with you in your march and all of that shit. But y'all don't do that for us, man. There's no safe space for us here or anywhere else. There's no country for black men. If you are offended with what I'm saying, you're choosing to be. Because what I'm saying is making sense. If you are a black person from a place where they mistreated you, tell the people who mistreated you that they owe you something, and don't get in the middle of the shit that we're trying to do here. Pump your fist like we pumped yours. Like in the 80s, we wore them black African leather medallions, and we did the red, black, and the green thing, and we did the X-Clan, and we did all that pro-African shit, Afrocentric shit in the 80s in hip-hop. You know, hip-hop, the shit that motherfuckers are now trying to steal from us, right? So if you don't want to create dissent, don't come at us. We paved the way. There would be nothing here to come get if it wasn't for us, man. You'd be back where you were, trying to make it over there. But we made it good for people of this skin tone to come over here and get even the little that we have, and you come over here and you shit on us. No, we won't have it. It's challenge day. If motherfuckers can't respect that, I don't know what else to say. Let's continue this.
Great. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. We don't have to preface our grievances with worrying about another group. Please stop doing it, because other groups don't worry about us like that.
Be on our backs. All right, this is our part.
Mr. Glover, thank you so much for your comment.
And I want to say something to you all. And when you leave here, stop depending on the politicians. And stop voting for the same people getting the same results.
You to take a look around this room. I want you to pay attention, because see, I want Mayor Brandon Johnson to understand that you're selling us out for people who can't vote for you. We are the voters. We stood with you.
He said something important on that last part. He said, stop voting for people, the same people that don't do shit for you. But we know how that's going down. We know how that's going down. I'm not scared of Trump enough to prove a point. The only problem, and my man, one of my people explained this to me, and he was actually right. The only problem with putting a Republican president in the White House, regardless of what your long-term plan is for doing it, right, is the Supreme Court and Supreme Court justices and shit like that. You get a right-leaning, Supreme Court. Now, some of you might say, well, why is that a problem, Marcus? Why is that a problem? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I want it to lean left either, but there should be some sort of balance. You don't want that house or that court to lean heavily one way, neither way. It'll be all bad. It'll be all fucking bad. And these people are there for life, right? You don't want that shit to lean one way heavily, because then you'll have your situations like your Byron Allen, anything that we bring to the Supreme Court going to get shut the fuck down. And that's the last place that your shit is going to go. Once they shut your shit down, your shit is done. Right? So for all of those who might say, yo, Marcus, what do you want? A hug or this or that or the other? Just understand that when you get your Supreme Court justices in there, and it's the good old boy network, I don't care what kind of good nigga you think you are, your shit ain't rocking. Your shit ain't rocking. It's not going to be equal, and there's no questions asked. Your shit is nope, judgment this way, fuck out of here. And we won't be revisiting this shit again. All right? So for all of y'all think that it's a good thing for the shit to lean one way, either way, no, it's not. It's not. And it's already leaning right? But when you don't get what you want, because understand these white people over, these people say Democrats are racist. Well, shit. You think the Republicans love niggas? Or they just love niggas? You know, whatever you think that the Republican Party is going to do for you to offset whatever the Democratic Party has done. Let me ask you this. What has the right done to offset the effects of the damage that the left has done? I always ask this question and I never get a right answer. What has the Republican Party done? And I'm talking about in respect to us, right? What have they done to offset the damage? Because we ain't going to question whether the left has done damage or not. We already know that they have. What had they done to offset the damage caused by the left? Are they going to go against this feminist bullshit? I don't want to hear about your Roe v. Wade. That is a states' rights thing. That is not outright making abortion illegal. You said they signed the Second Amendment. Nah, bro. Most of the places where black people live in abundance, you can't have guns. The Second Amendment is not something that has anything to do with us, and they do everything they can to keep guns away from you. But the right has done nothing to offset. And the Second Amendment is way, way back. I'm talking about in this current time that we live in, and you got your third or fourth or fifth wave feminism happening. You got your, all these kids, the transformer agenda and all this other crazy shit going on. What has the right done? When Trump was in office, right? When Trump was in office, what did he pull back that the Democrats put in place and fucked shit up? My man says, on the bright side, if they pass laws that make women unable to cash out in marriage and remove common law, it may be possible to safely bring women from overseas to America. Let me tell you something. If you think, and remember I said this, clip this, run with it. If you think the Republican Party is not beholden to women, you're mistaken. If you think that feminism and the female vote only controls the left, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. I'm not just here to tell you the right is racist. I'm here to also tell you that white women voted for Donald Trump. No presidential candidate can win without women. Just in case y'all ain't been paying attention, there's more bitches here than niggas. And that goes for both demographics. You understand what I'm saying? The strictest gun laws in the country are Democrat, predominantly black cities. But let me tell you something. Even with the right in control, it's still a states' rights thing. They could do a whole bunch of shit to keep guns away from niggas. And shout out to Clarence Thomas. He made guns in New York legal. Handguns, he made it legal. Try to get one. Try to get one. Try to get one. You know what I'm saying? But no. Hey, look, you can look at the census. But these women, they can vote. They can vote. And these politicians want to stay in office. So if you think the Republican Party is not beholden to women and women's interests and issues and things of that nature, you're mistaken. You're mistaken. They name me one Republican policy that is anti-feminist. Again, I don't want to hear about Roe v. Wade. Let's continue with this video a little bit.
And now you stand and you slap us in the face. I tell you what, tomorrow we're gonna punch you in the face at the polling places. We won't stand for this. We say no.
Now, remember, we looked at the definition of democracy. Now, democracy would say that all those people are part of that community. They have an alderman. So in a perfect world, when we have a true democracy, which Black people have never lived in a true democracy, because remember the definition that everybody has a voice. Black Americans has never had a voice in this country unless we put foot to butt. That's the only time people is willing to listen to Black America. So clearly that community have said, we don't want them here. The way it's supposed to work on paper, right? The alderman would listen and say, okay, the community don't want that. So I go to City Hall and say, hey, my community, my district, they don't want this. So I'm voting no because that's what they want. Basically, your representative is supposed to be your stand-in. They don't even supposed to have a mind of their own. They don't even supposed to be making a single decision without you. You're supposed to give them their marching orders, period. It's not about the party they're affiliated with. It's that particular community and what they want. But see, what we have in the United States of America, we don't have a true democracy. I liken it, just me personally, to an authoritarian regime. In those kind of governments, it's what the politicians want to do. They don't have to listen to the people at all. They don't answer to the people because they do what they want. Now, they use you to get into office, but they don't do what you say. So right. Clearly you don't want this. And yet they're going to go and do what they want to do of their city hall, or whether it's in Congress, the state, Congress, whatever you got, the representatives do whatever they want to do.
I want Black men to understand this. And shout out to JB Designs. I'm going to read his comment before I say this. All right. He said, my argument is that Republicans, for the most part, understand that men need to be incentivized to continue the existence of this country, which means regardless of women, our demands must be met. So how is this playing out in real life? Shout out to Nick. I see you, bro. How is this what you said here, JB Designs? And I'm not attacking you. I want this to make sense. Now, the constituency might feel this way, but the politicians are not reflecting this. So if you are a Republican white male, okay, a Republican white male, which makes up the majority, the majority of the male interests on the, on the right. Those people understand, those white men understand that men are to be incentivized to continue the existence of this country. What group of Republican politicians reflect that in their policy? Because it's just like what he said. He said they use you to get votes and then they get in there and they don't listen to you. So they may get in office, right, and do what the fuck they want. But understand this. They're not reflecting the ideas or the views of those men that you're talking about. So Jay Jermaine says, shout out to Aaron P. I see you. There are too many rhinos in the Republican Party, though. Republican in name only. That's some shit I just learned. And thank you, brothers. Right? But what I'm saying is, where's the policies at that reflect this idea that you're saying? I don't see that. Also understand that when you say men, which men are we talking about? Because I think niggas often get the wrong idea that when all men are created equally, that they're included in that men shit. So when you say the Republicans, for the most part, understand that men need to be incentivized, what you really want to say is white men. You really want to say white men. So JB says, hear me out. The crisis among men my age regarding them not being motivated cannonly gets so bad before they are forced to address it. They can't ignore the fire forever. But they don't care about that. They want to stay in office. You think that these dudes are in politics because they want to push for the common good? No, they want to be in politics so they can have a job. It's a job. That's like saying police are brave, and some police are brave, but some motherfuckers just want the job with the benefits. I used to be a corrections officer. Most of them motherfuckers wanted to go to work, do their job, and go home. They're not going to work like, let's see how much crime I can stop today. Really? No, hell no. No, there's a job with benefits. And they put a flag on your coffin when you die. Big shit. Niggas too often carry this idea that what white men, congregate and plan for themselves includes them. When them white men talk about what men want, they not talking about niggas. And you think because you want what they want, because y'all men and y'all see shit the same way, that they want that shit for you? No. You think your NRA membership will get NRA motherfuckers speaking out if the police shoot you? No. They can shoot Colin War and them motherfuckers won't say shit. There's no country for black men. Here or nowhere. And I want motherfuckers to understand this shit before we shut this motherfucker down. There's no country for black men. And when I say black men, I do mean black American, ADOS, foundation, black, whatever. And I know the acronyms. But whatever we make up today to describe motherfuckers who are slave black. We over here trying to figure out which plantation we gonna serve next. There's no country for black men. There's only plantations. There are only plantations where you will go serve for nothing. There are only plantations for you niggas. That's all we have is plantations. The Republican plantation or the Democratic plantation or the Pan-African plantation, whatever plantation you are, or the Black Queen Community plantation. To everyone, your purpose, drawing breath and drinking water on this planet is to pick cotton, niggas, for them. Pick cotton for us, niggas. We might give you a cold lemon drink, or might not. Hey, black people, this is Trump. What have you got to lose, right? Remember that? What have you got to lose? See, niggas will say, Biden was like, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. We remember that, but we forgot hey, my blacks, what have you got to lose? Vote for Trump. What have you got to lose? He ain't asked, what do you want? What do you got to lose? It means you ain't got shit. You might as well vote for me. They ain't giving you shit. I ain't gonna give you shit. What do you got you can't lose shit either way. Vote for me. Oh, y'all forgot that shit? I got a long ass memory, bro. What have you got to lose? There's no country for black men. Only plantations. Get your basket. Get your big hat to hide your face from the sun. And pick cotton, motherfucker. Because both sides will tell you they don't owe you shit. You talk to niggas on the right, they'll say, why you expect shit on the right? Because you told me leave the left because they wasn't giving me shit. That's what you got to lose. We leaving the Democratic plantation because they not giving niggas shit. Well, what is the right giving us? Well, what do you want? You expecting shit? Get your own shit. But that's what the left told us. Well, why you want a handout? But you left the Democrats because you wasn't getting a handout. And then all the other weird shit. It's like the old man say, we do it on our own. Just get the fuck out the way. Get the fuck out the way. Don't tell me that I don't have the right to take these cable networks that I bought and put them on Comcast. Don't tell me that these people, after I've made my billions, can discriminate against me and not have my channels on their network. I'm speaking on Byron Allen. Your right-leaning Supreme Court told him that his case law case, they dismissed that. Nah, nigga, you good. Get the fuck out of here. We don't care. We ain't giving you shit. Dred Scott, nigga, you have no rights we're bound to respect. That's your right-leaning shit. You know, oh, he ain't going there for a hug. He went in there for equal protection under the law. And he didn't get it.
And it's the citizens' fault because we have allowed these people to get out of hand and out of line. And it's time for the citizens to reel this back in. Because understand something. Right now, it's being done in the black community. Like always. They start attacking us first. They do it to us first. And if we don't fight back against it, they perfect it. And then once it's perfected, then they bring it to the white community. And then when they bring it to the white community, it's going to be so perfected and they're not going to know what to do. This issue that we're having right now is a American crisis. It is. It's just not a black one. It's an American one because everybody's paying taxes in that city. Everyone's paying taxes in New York. Now, Governor Greg Abbott actually did a good thing because if he never was to start sending these people to Chicago, to New York, and other places, this would have never really been said, right? Because prior to him sending people, they was all talking about sanctuary cities and what is he talking about? Oh, he's so mean and why he treat people that way. But when the buses start showing up, then now everybody's singing a different tune. Now even Democrats are telling Biden, hey, man, what's going on with that border? This is a problem. Yeah, because you got to start dealing with the problem like many Texans have dealt with the problem. See, California, they're not complaining about it because they just say, hey, forget it. We're going to just take them all in. And that's why the state right now is about 40% Hispanic. And it's eventually probably going to be 80% at the route the way they move in California.
That's the plan, though. That's the plan. That's the plan. Let's continue. And I got another link that I also want to visit. And this is another link that my man Nigel sent me. And this is Dr. Umar Johnson. He says some things that I wasn't even privy to, but we're gonna get into that after this, right? But let's go. Let's continue this.
That's a different animal in itself. I don't really care what happens in California. I'm talking about Texas. In Texas, we don't want them either. We don't want them. We have suffered this for decades. But I sympathize with my brothers and sisters because this has been a policy of the Democrat Party. Everyone's mad at Brandon Johnson, and that's right. But at the same time, black people, this isn't a Brandon Johnson policy. This is a Democrat Party policy, folks. Because what you'll do is if you get mad at Brandon Johnson, remove him from office, you vote another Democrat, you're gonna have the same problem. This is a Democrat policy. You gotta lay it at the feet of the Democrat Party.
Let's not pretend that both parties are not guilty of bringing people over here. Okay, right now, you have the right selling you on this idea of, closing the border. And I'm talking about the right, meaning the politicians. Right? Did Trump build the wall? Now, some people might say, well, they stopped him from building the wall. He said the Mexicans are going to pay for it. I knew that whole shit was stupid. And when I say stupid, I don't mean the idea of building the wall. But, him saying that they're going to build a wall and the Mexicans are going to pay for it. They're going to pay for a wall between here and there. All these companies, right, owned by rich Republicans that employ these people coming across the border. You telling me that the right has no role in a lot of these people that, for a lot of these people that came, a lot of these people vote Republican. A lot of these people vote Republican. The Dems are just now getting in on that. They just getting in on the act. Maybe if we bring enough people from across the border over here, maybe they'll vote Democrat. Maybe they'll vote Democrat. Maybe we should do some of the shit that these motherfuckers have been doing. Texas is what? What is Texas? Is it red or blue? If I had to take a guess, I would say, Texas is red as a blood rag in Compton. It's a red state. You need the federal government. You need the federal government to build your wall. If the people in Texas want to secure their border, why they can't do it on the state level? Why they can't do it on a state level? I mean, shit, they got a wall in China. That shit took forever to build. They don't give a fuck how long some shit take to build. There's a lot of shit they building that's going to take forever to build. You build the motherfucker, right? If it's an issue. So let's read what Nate has to say. He's in Texas. We're predominantly red, but the big cities are blue. Houston, San Antonio. Okay, that's fine. But the governor, is he a Democrat or Republican? Because the governor runs the state. The governor runs the state. Then you got your senator. We only look at the president. Fuck Trump, fuck Biden. The states that are down there that border Mexico. Thank you, Texas brothers. You got a Republican governor, and I would imagine maybe that the senator is Republican. You telling me this can't happen without the White House? If they wanted to? The black man said he bought a refrigerator for the community center. You telling me these motherfuckers can't finance a wall? No matter how slow this process is, they can't do it? I call cap. I call 10-gallon cap on the behalf of Texas. 10-gallon cap. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just saying, we talking about the presidents and this and that. This is Chicago. That's another thing. But we talking about where the shit is really happening. See, these are the questions. Republican state, Republican governor, Republican senator, where the border is, and they're not doing it. Why? We're watching WWF, people. This is WWF bullshit.
Later defeat Jamie Harrison. Why Jamie Harrison don't come out there and talk to y'all? He never says anything about what's happening. This is a policy of the Democrats. So don't get into just making it about Brandon Johnson or Eric Adams. It's not just them. It's the party. And black folks, you finding out the hard way about what happens when you support a party that's been openly saying they believe in open borders, openly allowing the breaking of federal law. But if you break a federal law, I break a federal law, they got prosecution in jail waiting on any one of us.
The Democratic Party is outright saying that they support open borders. The Republican Party doesn't come out and say that they support open borders. They just don't close them. That's the difference. That's the difference. They might even go as far as to say we got to close the borders. They just don't close them. Now, if anybody wants to buy into this, this game, that's cool. Y'all can root for your favorite team. I think it's all a hoax. It's all a fucking hoax. You got one side that says shit direct, and you got another side that they don't say it, but it reflects in their actions and their policy. So let's go to Nick. The border is blue. Laredo, El Paso, Edinburgh, McAllen, Brownsville, blue, but I get what you're saying. 19 red state senators, 12 blue state senators. So where's the Republicans' action on this? The governor, okay, the cities is this, but the governor doesn't override the mayor? I'm just saying, lieutenant, sergeant, captain, the governor and the senator don't override the mayor of a city. Hey, Laredo, El Paso, Edinburgh, McAllen, Brownsville, you can't get another dime of state money for your city until you let us build that border. Ain't that how it's done? We ain't giving you shit until you do what we want done. He's a Republican governor. I'm just saying, these are the questions I would ask. So when people say, hey, you guys don't want to debate, I'm debating. These are the questions.
But these people can break federal law, state law, local law. They can break it all. They can stay at hotels for free. They can go in hospitals for free. Everything's for free. But you don't have no insurance or high Obamacare, right? You're not getting any kind of service. Some of you can't afford prescriptions, but these people coming in and getting free everything. But you, American citizen, been paying your taxes every single day, still paying high taxes, dealing with inflation, dealing with all the problems of America. But yet these people could come in, they didn't vote, they didn't fight in no wars, right. They didn't build America, right. They didn't do anything.
That's right.
Because this is the policy of the Democrats to open up the door to do this.
It's the policy of the American government. Let's not play the shell game. The policy of the American government is to not give niggas shit. So for the men who are staying, vote for whoever policies might benefit your current or future position. For those who are leaving, prep your skill set so you can be a pillar of your new community. It sounds cool. Or do you? Everybody else is doing them. Do you? And that's what I tell people. Nigel says there are approximately 50 million ADOS. We still have some vote power, say so for now. Those border gates must be shut. This is the problem, though, Nigel. Even among us, I know black women personally who will be on some, to keep the borders open. Black women, a lot of them share these beliefs. They share this, this open door policy, all of this type of stuff. They share it. And then, until these sorts of things happen, like when it gets this much out of control, then it's, oh my God, what have we done? And where have we seen that before? We got the alphabet community sharing your bathroom and sharing your sports. But before, they would allow the supporters of the bullshit. Wait a minute, you're going too far, bitch, it's too late. You're fucked up. Said Marcus, how many of those black women have Latino baby daddies? I know several, all single moms. Hey, look. Nigel says, we have to remember that no other nation on earth has. Oh, shit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No other nation on earth has open borders. But you got to understand, they listen, it's all politics. It's demographic, identity, whatever name you want to put in front of it, politics. They know what they're doing. This ain't about humanitarian efforts. This is about keeping the population a certain way. He's like, but we didn't know. This is about keeping the population a certain way. If motherfuckers disagree with me, that's cool. I still fucks with you. We just disagree. But this is what happens. Shit, some of the motherfuckers that come from the Caribbean and from continental, Africa should probably have an issue with this. Because some of you had to grind for the shit you have here. And the motherfucker just show up and get some shit for nothing. You know? Some of you should have my Jamaicans, my Trinis, all of these people. You ain't just come here. Look, you came here and you had to bust your ass. Remember the Living Color where they said the Jamaican motherfucker had 2-3 jobs? Motherfuckers come here from other countries and get their degrees and they work in medicine and all this other shit. We see you. You should be pissed at this. Because a lot of you wasn't given shit for free. Neither. Said, I don't disagree with you, bro. I see it for what it is. I would probably have a different thought process if I didn't live here and see that things that don't make it out to masses, TV, internet. Yeah. I can imagine. Usually when you're in the area that they're reporting about, you see some shit that don't get reported. Like when homeboy shot up the concert from the Mandalay Bay. Oh, that shit ain't go how the news say. I was here. That was some bullshit, right? This shit ain't go how the news said it went. Yes, we ran right in and we apprehended the suspect immediately. He killed himself and bullshit. Said Jamaican living in the USA for 40 years, worked hard for everything I have. These new immigrants are freeloaders. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate this comment. And I appreciate that you're here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. I keep saying it. I grew up in Flatbush, Brooklyn with Jamaicans. I went to Jamaica with Jamaicans. These motherfuckers that come here, they ain't handed shit. They had to bust their ass to get here, to just get here. Now, what I said earlier still stands. But at the same time, a lot of these people that come from other places that they ain't get no free shit should be mad. But don't be mad at the people. Be mad at the people giving them shit. Understand, this ain't about somebody running from another country for an opportunity. Because if we're going to be upset with them for taking the shit that is given to them for free, then we're letting the people who are giving them free shit off the hook. Those are the people you got your beef with. I'm not mad at nobody who came here for opportunities in a new life, as long as they respect the groundwork that was laid for them by us. But blame the employer, not the employee. Blame the giver, not the receiver. Because those people set the standard that you had to bust your ass for what you have, and that these people did not. Anyone coming here would take shit for free. Anyone. Anyone would take a free meal. Anyone would take free housing. Anyone would take free land. Anyone would do that. I would do it. You would do it. We all would do it. Those people, I don't have that issue with. It's like, we're not anti-migrant. Not saying that. I'm just pointing to I want to put the blame where it belongs. I want to put the blame where it belongs. The people who are controlling the strings here, the politicians would like us to get mad at those people, but it ain't about them. Now, if those people are causing problems, like he said, the crime and this and that, then that's an issue. Then that's an issue. If they are doing disruptive things, just taking opportunities is one thing, but you coming over here kicking up dust, fucking shit up, yeah, that's an issue. But the people to blame is the people that are pulling the strings. The people you voted for, the people who you pay taxes to, all of those things. The people who are beholden to you, like Mr. Scott says. Like Phil is talking about. These are the people that owe it to you. They should have came to the motherfuckers and said, hey, look, would you mind if we bring it? If you didn't give people the opportunity to decide whether these people came here or not, to share resources and space with you, this ain't nothing but some Palestinian shit. Chicago is Palestine right now. This is some U.S. mandate shit.
So the Democrats could benefit in the end. So let's not just make this about Brandon Johnson. He's part of the problem, but he's not the sole problem, and he didn't create this issue. The Democrats did, because when Trump was in office, he had the Remain in Mexico policy, and this wasn't an issue. They have been given a directive. Even the state of Texas tried to put razor wire at the border, and you see Border Patrol agents cutting the razor wire and moving it and letting these people in. This is a directive coming from the top.
So he just answered the question that I asked. He said that Border Patrol people, those are federal people. So he just answered the question. He's saying that the state put razor wire at the border and the feds came in because Border Patrol is feds. So the feds came in and cut the shit open. So there we go. I just wanted answers. Mr. Scott just gave them to me. That's some shit right there, he just said. That's some shit right there, he just said. So even if it wasn't a wall, it was a fence with some razor wire. Okay. The richest country in the world, I don't know. If that's the best you could do, that's the best you could do. But, you know. So JB says, my younger brother goes to school near Chicago. When my parents fly into that place, they drive the rental only on the highway, and they only stop for gas out of city limits. Oh, man. But yeah, what he just said is a problem. What he just said is a problem. Right? But he's dropping some knowledge on this stream, bro. Nigel, shout out to you for this link. But yeah, he's dropping some knowledge on this motherfucker.
To let these people in. This is a Biden and a Democrat policy, not a Brandon Johnson policy. And doing this to black people, yes, he's making that decision, but it's still coming from the top. Because the Democrats will never do right by black people. And I'm so glad some of my brothers and sisters are starting to wake up, but let's continue.
We not important.
Just keep in mind. And I just want to add one more thing. The Republicans are not building walls or fences or anything for niggas. I just want people to understand this, right? Anything white people do that you benefit from is a byproduct. Any benefit that you derive from anything white folks do in politics is a fucking byproduct. They don't got you in mind in any meeting or any congregated, you know, any congregation, any manner that they sit around and make decisions and write laws. You are not the primary target of anything beneficial. If you enjoy or benefit from anything they do or any decision they make, it's a byproduct. Now, a byproduct sometimes good, yes, but I want you to understand that anything specific, any issue or any pain specific to you will never be addressed by either side. Specific to you, meaning ain't nobody else dealing with this issue but your black ass. You will never be the primary focus of any legislation or any of that shit unless you were the problem. This is bigger than Biden, Jay. What black men in particular have to do. I ain't gonna say black people. I'm gonna say black men. Is to the best of your ability, sway the vote in the direction that makes motherfuckers think twice about what policies they're gonna put forward. And not just at the federal level, but at the state level too. Not just at the government level or the federal level, but at the state level too. We talk about Biden, but we see what happened in Atlanta with Stacey Abrams. You know, we see what happens in different states. So even if you talk about Chicago specifically, you got to vote the other way on these local motherfuckers. Also, because a lot of this shit is at the state level. Now, I'm not saying none of it is at the Fed level, but a lot of the shit state level. He just explained how the federal government affects some of this shit. He just explained it. But this is bigger than Biden. Because if it wasn't Biden, it'd be another Democratic whoever. He's talking about Democrats. Biden is an old man who can't see 5 feet in front of him. You think this motherfucker is doing all this? No, this is bigger than that. The president is the face of the party. He's just the face of the party on a federal level. Period. So black men, hopefully, what we'll get to is abandoning this, this alignment with voting how black women vote. Because that's what we typically do, most of us. Right-leaning black men or black men with conservative-leaning ideas, points of view, and things like that are a minority. And I want you guys to understand, I do have conservative viewpoints. You hear them. I say them all the time. I don't trust either party, even though I have conservative viewpoints and opinions. You know what I'm saying? But I don't trust the party to serve my interests because I agree with some of these views and points that they have. Nick says, I have the video of Abrams at a Hispanic rally telling them she would do this and this for them, but when talking to blacks, she tell them she can't do anything for them. Yeah. Yeah. Because they know that your vote is free. The Democratic Party. They know, and this is Nick, and again, or any right-leaning person that will listen to this video, I'm well aware that the Democratic Party banks on your fear of Republicans. I'm aware of it. And Nick, you've seen me on Bernard's channel enough times debating. Right? So you know my position on different things. I'm very aware that the Democrats exploit. I don't care who the candidate is. The Democrats exploit black people's either fear or dislike of the Republican Party. I'm aware. A YouTuber pointed out that black men are ideologically conservative but openly liberal, partially because of a fear of change. Let me tell you what it is, in my opinion, right? What I understand about Republicans, because fuck Democrats, fuck them. What I understand about Republicans is that anything that addresses the interests of black men or anybody non-white is a liberal issue. I'm going to say this again for motherfuckers who don't understand. The Republican Party is constituency and its politicians, the party, the motherfuckers who run for office and the motherfuckers who vote for them. We're conservative about things, but we are a liberal issue to the right. Our wants, our needs, our agendas, our issues. If you stress anything, I don't care if it's black women or black men, anything that is directly to affect black people in a positive manner, Republicans see those as liberal issues. Because conservatism at its core in America is anti-minority. Now, if you disagree with that, that's cool. But listen to your just pearly things or anything else. When you want to talk about reparations, or you want to talk about equal rights under the law and all of this other stuff, when it comes to black people, those are liberal issues from their standpoint. Those are liberal issues. He said, there's no one else on the ticket to vote for. Check my other comment. Only one, John. I appreciate that. Let me see. let me go to where's your comment at? Let's see what you're saying. Let me see what you're saying. I don't know how far up it is. I just want people to understand that. Anytime you bring up a black issue to a Republican, I want to, point out, when I say Republican, I do mean the party. See, black people have conservative ideas, whether they're Republican or not, which I think is the sentiment in that comment. All right, so Marcus, I'm from the Chi, and our local official ran unopposed. I voted for Vallis. So you said your local official ran unopposed. So please type in who that official was, what party or what side of the line they were on, right? And he said there's no one else on the ticket to vote for. Okay, so now that makes sense. He said Marcus, okay, you said it again. Marcus, I'm from the Chi, and our local official ran unopposed. So you're definitely right. I notice conservative reviewers and panelists always consider something woke when a black person is the central focus in a move TV show, etc. Usually sweaty white guys, though. See, I want people to understand this. Again, you got to get into the mind of the white person on the right. Understand, they got conservative views. You got conservative views. But anything that is about you specifically is left-leaning. It's left-leaning. Because you are, by extension, a Democrat. Like, again, it's liberal. In order to give you your rights and equal this, equal that, they have to be liberal to give you shit. You are a liberal issue. Conservative means to them, nigga, fuck you. You're just like one of these migrants to them. No, this is for us. This is our country. Shit is for us. Free healthcare, free this, free that. All this shit is for us. We are going to conserve everything, that this federal government has handed out, because the U.S. has been a handout for white folks. Our free land, free this, free that. We're going to conserve this shit for ourselves. Anything that you are trying to get is liberal. You have to be a bleeding heart in order to agree that black folks, or in particular black men, are deserving of anything in this country or deserving of equal rights under the law. To the Republican Party, that is some woke shit. So you can be as conservative as you want. You could be Reverend Pastor Minister of the Conservatives. You are a liberal issue in the eyes of the Republican Party. And most, people, most white folks in either party don't want you to get no reparations. I don't give a fuck how liberal or conservative they are. Ain't no president can run for office on the reparations ticket. Are you fucking crazy? You gotta get voted in. We are not the majority in this country. This ain't South Africa. Ain't no Mandela. You know what I'm saying? There is no country for black men. You only have plantations, nigga. Get your basket, get your big hat, and pick cotton. There's no country for you. There's only plantations. I don't give a fuck where you go, which direction you going, right, left, this, that. There is only plantations for you niggas. You are a service. You are here to serve. You are John Wick, nigga. You serve under the high table. Neither are our friend. However, we should evaluate on an individual level who will give us the best benefits as a byproduct of association with them. But we need our own backroom meetings as brothers. Yes. Yes. In a perfect world, this would happen. Sorry to say, niggas is niggas. Hey, you know, I wish I could be more optimistic, but I live in the real world. I live in the real world. So let me go to Nick. Nick said, give me free shit. Folks that have the power to give you what you need also have the power to take what you need. Understand this. As much as you understand the word handout is reserved for niggas. Because white people get handed shit all day. We don't call that handouts. We call that benefits. We call it aid. We call these fancy words, just like, you know, nigga and immigrant, white person's an expat. If something is a handout, the recipient is non-white. The recipient of a handout is non-white. White people don't get handouts. You know, they receive assistance. They get aid. Only niggas get handouts. You have no country, black man. You only have plantations. Okay? Right? Subsidies. Here you go. Subsidies. There's always fancy words. When you give white people shit, free shit, it's a fancy word attached to it. You know, niggas get handouts. They'll call your Social Security a handout, even though that come out your check. They'll call your unemployment a handout, even though that come out your check. Niggas pay taxes too. We pay taxes when we buy shit. We pay taxes when we work. We pay taxes on our property. We pay taxes on taxes on taxes. But niggas, they'll call anything coming back to us a handout. You can't hand out shit to a citizen, a tax-paying citizen. Niggas pay taxes. They gave your ass Trump gave us 1,200 chump ass dollars. $1,200. And the shit was shut down for months. $1,200 of your money. Then when the end of the year came and you wanted to claim taxes, the tax time was crazy. They didn't want to get niggas shit. They like, shit, y'all owe us. He said, we do what's called a protest vote. You vote, but on the top press line, you write in reparations. We must stay engaged. Out of 50 million, it really would only take a couple million on the same page. Hey, in a perfect world, brother. In a perfect world. You know, in a perfect world, man. Let's see here. I'm gonna read some more comments. We about to shut it down soon, man, because we've been here for 2.5. Right? Like I said, I didn't know how long this was gonna be. I had a list of shit I wanted to address. And before we leave, I'm gonna definitely play that Umar Johnson shit. Stipends. White people been getting free shit since they came here. Not just them, not just the original white people, but the other people from Europe that they call white later. Your Irish and your Italians. They came here and they got some shit too. They got handed some shit. Just come here. We got free shit for you. Just help us outnumber these niggas. It's too many of them here. It's getting dangerous. You got to help us outnumber these niggas. Help us outnumber these niggas, man. These numbers ain't looking real good for us. All right. So let me play something that night real quick. Let me pause this. Let me play this. So I'm gonna play a little bit more of this video here, then we're gonna go to that, right? Shout him out for these links. This is what, 13 minutes. Let me skip ahead. This is an O'Shea Duke Jackson video. I'll get to it in a second. I just want to hear a little bit more of this. Let's see how much more. Let's play a little bit more of this. This
enough for him to show up for us. When we showed up for him, we voted for him. We walked door to door. We was out here advocating for him to be the next mayor of the city of Chicago. He has not showed up for us for anything. We had to battle the floods by ourselves. We have to battle this violence by ourselves. He doesn't help us do anything. And I want to know what he's going to do about this. I was one of the first Windy City cheerleaders on the first team they even had. This is what these kids need for this community. We got violence. We got poverty. We already getting scrapped. Why do we always got to be at the bottom of the barrel? I feel like we under the rats and the roaches. Y'all treat us like anything, and we just supposed to take it. Now, I'm not saying that I want the migrants to be misplaced. I'm not saying that I don't want them. I don't want them here. That's not going to help us. We got a school right here our kids go to. We don't know these people coming through here. Y'all can't track these people. Our kids are not safe. So I want to know why he not here to address us and let us know what he's going to do. I think he owes us
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, and Brandon Johnson do owe the community that, because he's making decisions, sending all his lackeys, but instead of him facing the music as a mayor. That's wrong, Brandon.
My name is Beatriz Ponce de Leon. I'm the deputy mayor for immigrant, migrant, and refugee rights.
Now check this out, y'all. Please listen to this.
Seniors.
I want to share. First of all, I want to say thank you for coming here.
No,
and every
don't
time,
thank us. We could have been doing something else.
I don't know if I want to make sure I understood your question. You're asking where will people go when they're here?
Right.
So I'm gonna answer that. Okay.
Guys, can we give her an opportunity to answer Ms. Matthews' question, please?
So people, the people that we're talking about are human beings just like you.
We know that. We know that. It is not us against them. We don't need you to tell us that. No, we don't need you to tell us that.
The gaslighting is so horrible by this woman. She don't respect black people. Just listen how her tone. They're more important than the people that don't want them there. Like, how dare this woman?
It's not us against them, and that's the problem we don't care for. We don't care for that. We are not insensitive, but we got a problem with you thinking you can jam something down our throat.
So we're the white neighborhood that these people can go to, and those people that understand that these people are human. Is my question. Why here? Why not in what the man described as those empty buildings with heat and this and that? Why not there? Why here? Because black people always, obligated to understand everyone else's struggle. Black American people are always obligated to understand other people's struggles. Nobody else has this, this obligation. White folks could say, I don't want the motherfuckers here, and nobody question it. They'll understand it. We don't want them coming fucking up our shit. But there's always an appeal to the Negro to have grace while they're dealing with their own shit in the moment. Because we are the face of, suffering, oppression. We kind of made that our brand. You know, so when they ask you, do you forgive your shooter, your killer? When you hug the judge and hug the police, we have made this our brand. That while we are bleeding out the side, like we supposed to bandage someone else. There is no country for black men. There are only plantations.
Go ahead, Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson, go ahead.
Okay, hold on. My question, are you the one to make the decision to take our part?
Hold on.
Okay, let me share this with you. First of all,
Miss Johnson, hold on one second.
First of all, a problem. My issue is you want to put a Band-Aid on a leaking faucet, and that is not going to work. You have no right to take the taxpayer park district and tell us and jam it down our throats like gangsters what you want to do. This is our park district, and we have a right to have a say-so. But we don't have a say-so. You all called our alderman and told him what he's going to do. This is his war. How disrespectful that is to him. You don't have that right to do that to us. And we're not responsible. Y'all need to go to the root of the problem. You need to stop the buses, stop Sanctuary City, and it's not us against them. You all need to take care of it and quit trying to tell us this bull crap that you sitting up here telling. We don't care about what the mayor said down there. We ain't concerned about that. We're concerned about our park, our safety, our kids having a place to go and showing up our senior, because I'm one of them. So my thing is, I don't need my taxes going up. I pay my taxes to come to this park, and you all have no right to just make a blank decision to take it.
As I said,
she's absolutely correct. And Jay, I hear what you're saying, but I don't give a fuck what the chick at the podium got to say on the matter, to be honest. Because she started off fucked up. Well, you know, these are people too. I wonder how many people will let the government push somebody into their house, give them a bedroom in your apartment, in your house, without your consent, without asking you, just show up to your doorstep and say, hey, look, here's somebody that's homeless. They're a person like you. They need a place to stay, and they're going to stay here. They're going to go into one of your bedrooms in your house, and whatever furniture is in there, they're gonna give them that bed in your house. And if you got clothes in the closet, they're gonna take them out your closet and put that person's clothes in there. If someone comes to explain to me that I need to have humanity for this person after you disrespected my motherfucking space, I'm gonna interrupt you too. I don't want to hear shit you got to say. You can't explain to me why I need to do this for this person without my consent, your consideration. None of that. And all this that they're doing, sadly, don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. But it's like my man said, you know, there's people running unopposed. Like, who's going to vote to do something else? He said, meanwhile, her sunlight in the community. And that might be a valid thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, meanwhile, GDK or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit, nice sometimes. He said, just got here. What I missed? Oh, shit, you missed the whole stream, brother. Nice sometimes. Shout out to you. You might have to catch the replay. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. This is just a show, a concert that's being put on to let you feel like, hey, you know what? Your politicians care. We're going to let you come in here and beat up some motherfuckers who ain't about to make no decisions in your favor if they even have the power to do so. Make you feel like you're part of the process. We're going to hear y'all out. At any rate, let's go to this next video. You know, you guys can watch that. I'll post the link. All right. So shout out to my man Nigel. I know this is not one of you guys' favorite people. You know, a lot of you guys' favorite person, right? But we gonna get into some O'Shea. We're gonna get into some O'Shea, man. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. It's your boy. O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again. Okay, we're gonna rock with him for a second. Just for a second, y'all. Just for a second, man. Don't get mad at me for going to the O'Shea. So let's play some of this here.
That Dr. Umar Johnson was participating in. And I don't know if it was at his place or someone else's place, but he was taking calls and somebody asked him about the ADOS movement. And when asked about the thoughts, he said he respected the movement, but he highly disagreed with it because he's a Pan-African. And being a Pan-African, he felt that one of the main things was that the Pan-African is one identity. And ADOS is pretty much trying to fix its identity into one unique group separate from the others. And then for those who want to see the full video, I'll post it here. But at the same time, one of the other things he's saying is that his FDMG Academy will be wanting to unite Black Brazilians, Africans, Black British, all of these Black people into one group, because divided we fall, united we stand, divided we fall. Let me give a shout out to another brother who I really respect on here. Pharaoh said that. He said something very similar. And let me take this position that Dr. Umar Johnson and Pharaoh said that, two very intelligent brothers, in a perfect world, they are right. Black people should be united. You will get no argument from me.
Hi, my name is Mark Odland, and I'm a certified EMDR therapist and approved EMDR consultant. I offer...
On that statement, if we lived in a perfect world, we'll never get no argument from me. But then the question that I retort is, what kind of world do African Americans, or those who are hashtag ADOS, what world do they live in? For those of you who are Pan-African and you know anything about Pan-African history, let me make it simple. There is a leader of Rwanda named Paul Kagame. Paul Kagame, born in 1957, fled to Uganda, was a part of the Uganda army, was a militia fighter. So really you can say that Kagame has more of a Ugandan experience than a Rwandan experience because he was there for so long. But in 94, he came back with the troops back into the country. And after many people of his tribe were even killed, Kagame, who took over in 2000, united both ethnic groups. The Hutu and the Tutsi, I believe, is what they call themselves. And one would argue, look at Rwanda now. Look at how it's ran. Look at how clean it is. Look at how organized it is. Could Paul Kagame do that worrying about Uganda? Could he do that worrying about Tanzania, Burundi, Kenya? Paul Kagame focused on the people that he deals with first. That is the Rwandans. His unique fixture of Africa was not even built on African models itself, but he was looking at Singapore as a model example. He looked at South Korea. See, all of these particular places that he studied was only for his country, not for Africa. In fact, he's been accused, not to say this is true, but doing harmful things to the Congolese and other parts and stuff like that. But I'm not getting into that. What am I saying here? Even Kagame's fixture of Rwanda isn't a Pan-African approach. He worried about his people. Now, I want to get back to being a Pan-African. In a perfect world, he's right, Umar. In a perfect world, Pharaoh said that is right. But we do know that many of these people that come to the United States, why do they come in the first place? Usually. Outside of the elite, we know the elite come over here to go to school and maintain their status. Okay. But see, everybody who comes to America is not elite. Some of them may be educated and very bright. Some of them have to work their way up from nothing. But why do they come here? Why do you see so many Africans or Ethiopians working at the airports or at parking garages or places like that? Do you know why? Because their own people would not give them an opportunity. Well, there's tribalism in Africa, O'Shea. How do you explain that? Okay, I'll give you even better. What about in places where you have states, Igbos, Delta State, Anambra State, Emu State, Unugu? Those states that are ran by their own people in Nigeria and other countries like that are ran by tribes or the North, they're trying to get away from their own people. And if you cannot unite with your own people in Africa,
right? I know where he's going.
What do you think is going to happen when they come to America?
Or if we go over there?
All of a sudden, these people who are trying to free their homeland and go to Britain, free their homeland and go to Hong Kong. Many Africans are coming to Poland. You expect us to have a Pan-African identity with these people? They have a beef with their own folks.
Right. I've been saying this.
So you cannot expect such a people to put differences aside and work with African Americans.
Thank you.
And the only fools that would participate in that is us.
Oh, that's Vector. Oh, hold on.
Because sure,
I gotta pause this video. Shout out to Vector 313. I didn't know that was you because you just crossed my mind. I was like, yo, I wish I had homie from the other day. He said, I told you, understand, Vector, me and Gigi have been debating Pan-Africanism since Gigi's been on YouTube from the very beginning. But, I've done my research, but it's different than having the knowledge of someone who's been over there, right? What I've noticed is that, now O'Shea is over there, right? And you have been over there. And what I realized about a lot of Pan-Africans in America is that niggas Pan-African from America, right? A lot of niggas do they Pan-African thing from here. If you're going to be Pan-African, get on Pan Am in Pan-Africa. Go Pan-Africa in Africa. This makes sense. I've been saying for a long time, because I look at, the conflicts that those people have over there. I look at, what Julius Malema is talking about. Am I saying his name right? He's trying to unite Africa. The motherfuckers ain't united. People talk like only niggas in America got issues with each other. Everywhere you go, niggas got issues. Motherfuckers act like black people are in Africa all holding hands, singing Kumbaya, and all a nigga got to do is show up and, like, give it to me, baby. They just doing this shit. Come on, black African. Come on back to Africa. Africa, we got everything for you. What's good, bro? My nigga Rob. Was talking some politics earlier, man. Maybe you missed it. Shout out to you, man. But they act like Africa is this big, you know, we all black, we all love each other continent. And I keep telling motherfuckers, I say, yo, what you got to understand is, it's like going to Asia. Everybody's Asian, but they have different nationalities. You go to Africa, everybody in Africa is African, right? But people are separated by different means. Other than it's only skin tribalism, this shit here, because of what we went on here. You know what I'm saying? Or what took place here. Yo, dudes won, yo. You fall back, nigga. You fall back, motherfucker. Anyway, I was just saying, you know, yeah, Pan-Africanism is a one-way street. They're not begging motherfuckers for coming over there. You know what I'm saying? They ain't begging motherfuckers for coming over there. You know what I mean? Your Deuce one always makes sense. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? Anyway. So he said, Europe isn't even united. Right. They're at war right now. Then the problem is that people think because people have the same complexion. Again, that's an American skin tribalism ideology. They should have the same thought process, because you got to, you know, I don't understand. This is my uncle saying this to me. I don't understand why you go to Haiti and you got people doing things to people that share their same skin tone. I'm like, yo, bro, everybody's black there. Only in a place like this where the lines are drawn by skin complexion do people think in other places where it's nationality that separates people, that those people are supposed to overlook that for skin tone. So let me read the rest of this. The problem is that people think because people have the same complexion, they should have the same thought process. No one hates more than two people that look the same. Yeah. This is facts. That's why Russia's in fucking Ukraine right now. But nobody want to talk about, oh, what are those white people doing to those other white people? Isn't that a shame? Is white on white crime and this and that and third? And why are those people fighting each other? They look like each other. They should get along. That argument is only reserved for black people. You know, shout out to Nigel. We had a discussion on this. I won't go into depth. But what I'm saying is, humans go to war with fucking humans. Black people are humans too. Black people are not going to go in a direction that other humans are not going. We are subject to human behavior. You know, man, Deuce One says, only time. Yeah, thank you for your $10 super chat, you bastard. He said, only time you make sense is when you hang up the phone. This is my boy. Fucking trolling me with money. Thank you, you bitch. Vector 313 said, yo, we'll set up a full show soon. They only want our dollars, not us as people. Hit up GG. He has my info. Absolutely. We're going to do that. But, you know, this ain't a shot against Africa. This is reality. Pan-Africanism is a Black American aspiration and fantasy. Them motherfuckers is fighting over there. So you think they're going to interrupt their fight to say, hey, black people in America, why don't you come over here? It's been tried. Whether you want to mention Liberia or anything, any other colony niggas try to build over in Africa, understand you are not them, and they will let you know this. Let's hear some more of what O'Shea talking about.
Body will take an opportunity, because sure, anybody will take an opportunity if you give it to them. Oh yeah, I can come into America and say that I'm African American. I can get into schools and get into scholarships of stuff that my ancestors have come into, and I can keep my dual citizenship and keep my tribalism stuff, and continue to exclude myself from African Americans. See, you know, and shout out to Black Patriarch. He shows all of these Haitian American organizations that they have. all of the Nigerian American associations they have, which do not include us, professional Black African caucuses that don't include us, which I don't have no problem with that. Me personally, I don't.
All right, so let me stop this for a second. I want to shout out Ray Knowles. Yeah, I appreciate you. You know, Deuce One, thank you for the $10 super chat. And Vector 313, if I ain't already say thanks for the super chat, I'm gonna say it now. Cortez, I don't always agree with this motherfucker. Listen, he's not somebody I watch on a regular. You know what I mean? But truth is true, facts is facts. And I appreciate facts when it's spoken, regardless of how I feel about the person. I mean, shit. I'm not a fan of Candace Owens, but she say some true shit sometimes. But she's still a fucking coon, right? You know, Nigel said Pan-Africanism has never been reciprocated. Somebody prove this man wrong. Black people in America, we like the idea of having what the other nationalities have. Italians have a mother country. The Irish, same thing. All these people, all these other people that come from a place, at the end of the day, they can go back to their place. The Asians, the Japanese, all these people that come from over here, if they want to, they can go back to where they came from and win. There is no country for black men. There's only plantations. There's only plantations. We keep saying this shit. There's no country for black men. Over there, neither. The motherfuckers say, hey, well, you know, would you like to go over there and not be harassed by the police? Right? This is what was asked to me a couple years back. You'll still have an issue. You're still an outsider in one way or another. So let's finish O'Shea here, because he's dropping knowledge again. Feel how you want to feel. And another day we say some shit you ain't vibing with, it's cool to be like, okay, this motherfucker talking stupid, but today he's dropping facts. Let's go.
It doesn't matter to me. I think it's a beautiful thing. You want to give scholarships to your people, then do that. But you're not going to tell me that we can't do the same to you. And this is why Pan-Africanism, to me, is a failed concept. Because how long are you going to wait for black people to unite?
Right.
If black people are going to unite, the people who have the most to lose, see, we got to get out of this. Oh, because we all have been oppressed by the same person, we need to be friends. Fuck that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. You were oppressed by the white man, and I'm oppressed by the white man, but that don't mean me and you see eye to eye, because we don't. We still got unique and different experiences. You can expect me, I'm going to unite with a black Brazilian because his oppressor was Portuguese and mine was British or American. All of a sudden, we supposed, listen.
And this points to what I was saying earlier about holler at your colonizer. Our massa ain't your colonizer. Yeah, in Black Panther, they like colonizer. If that's what Africans call white men, colonizer is because they were somewhere and the white people came and colonized them. That's their experience. Our experience is the white man came, brought us somewhere else, and enslaved us. That is not the same thing. That is not the same experience. Colonizer means your ass ain't go nowhere. White man showed up and took over. It's not what happened to American black people. We were not, colonized. We were stolen and became property. You don't have the same experience with these white folks as we do. So your points of views and opinions will differ. holler at your colonizer, and we'll holler at our massa. You're over there, we're over here. We can unite on some other shit, but on this, it differs. So let's finish O'Shea. He ain't, we more than halfway through the video. Then we're gonna shut this down.
That don't make no damn sense. Because at the end of the day, he sees himself uniquely different from me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem with Black Americans. Back in the days, Caribbeans and other people in those communities, they integrated into our communities.
Right.
70, 50 years ago.
And let me make another point. When these people came to the Black community, with small exceptions, we welcomed you. We welcomed everybody. The fact that niggas think Kool Herc invented hip hop is proof that we were inclusive, because Kool Herc was allowed to come to the parties and integrate into that space and spin those disco records that became the soundtrack for rap music. Everything that niggas rapped over that created hip hop was Black American music. The fact that there's even confusion there lets you know that Black people were inclusive, not only to Black folks from the Caribbean and Africa, but also we integrated with the Latinos. They're part of hip hop culture. Everybody's part of hip hop culture. Niggas can't be part of nobody else shit. Everybody fucks with our shit. White people can win awards at the Black Awards. Niggas can't, there's one point niggas had to make noise about it. Niggas had to make noise about getting an award at the Oscars. Niggas had to make noise about getting the Grammys award, presented to them on TV. You would create our own shit and then we invite everybody. That's how inclusive we are. We can't come to your party, but if we start our own party, we say, all right, you can come to our shit. It's been the same. It ain't nothing different. So, all of this, hey, y'all looked at us, y'all fronting on us, whatever. No, from the time Africans and Jamaicans and everybody else from the islands got here, they came right to where Black Americans was. No problem. We go to your stores, we spend money. My man Deuce One can tell you, we from Flatbush. We ate the beef patties, the escovitch fish, and all this other shit. The cocoa bread and all that. Don't say we didn't. Right, we rapping over James Brown. Or James Brown is Afro-Caribbean. I'm confused. All I'm saying is we were very inclusive than a motherfucker. But when it's time to share some other shit, no, we ain't, nah. But let's finish old boy. Let's finish him up.
But that's not the case now. They want to be looked at different. They only want to be in these communities when it benefits them. I.e., certain people with Blexit founders and they Caribbean. See, you can be Caribbean when it fits you. But now when you have an opportunity to influence African Americans, no, you can be Black now. Fuck that. No. Absolutely not. We don't live in the perfect world. And you cannot unite with people who don't want to be united. And this is what hashtag ADOS is about. It's about Black Americans first. And everybody's afraid of that. And that is what we need. We should not be concerned about Nigeria or Ghana or any of those other places. They have talented enough people to be worried about that.
Right.
Paul Kagame is worried about Rwanda. Paul Kagame is not worried about Nigeria. He's not worried about Tunisia. He's worried about what he can control. And let me tell you this, the only way you can get black unity, like I think like Dr. Umar is talking about, you got to have one dictator. And I think he said something that was kind of, interesting when he said, and anybody who coming with the other stuff is kicked out. Come on, brother, kicked out of where? Let's be serious here. Kicked out of where are you gonna kick him out? And see, I mean, again, I respect his position as a Pan-African, but the other groups don't take that approach as serious as he does.
Yeah.
Whenever I hear blacks need to be united, I hear from African Americans, it comes out of sincerity. I believe that the brother Umar Johnson believes that. When Pharaoh said that, the elder, when he says it, I believe that he means that from the bottom of his heart. He wants to see black people do better. I believe that Dr. Umar Johnson wants to see the same. But whenever you hear black immigrants say it, they say it because they want something from us. We ought to be united. Why? Because they benefit in some way. It's never, we need to be united because we love you. We need to be united because it's always out of some kind of benefit from their group. They want to be united because it helps them do things. And we cannot continue to be foolish with that. That's why hashtag ADOS, that's why it serves a purpose. Because how long are we going to continue to be replaced? Talking about it's Pan-Africanism. The people who are trying to replace people in the black community are the most dangerous ones because they look like us, they can sound like us, and they don't have no connection to us. So we cannot be on that Pan-African thing in a world that's not perfect. In a perfect world, Umar Johnson's right. But this world is not perfect. So that's my response to that comment. I think the brother is very talented. He's very smart. I just disagree with him on that. But, African Americans can't just continue to look out for other people and nobody look out for us. Because, the African Union don't look out for us. No country in Africa looks out for us. Individually, somebody like Umar Johnson has connections and stuff like that. He can go to Africa and, he might be able to pull some strings, but the average brother cannot. So we cannot keep opening our arms to people who don't do it back. I'm sorry. And that's my response to Dr. Umar. So, brothers, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the video. Shout out to check out this channel. I'm gonna leave this channel below. A brother named Pharaoh said that. He probably doesn't know who I am, but the brother is very talented. I want you to go put his channel in the first comment. Older brother out of Chicago. I've been watching this stuff. Shout out to George Macon because I've been checking him out for a minute. But the brother is talented. I want you guys to go check out Pharaoh Said That YouTube channel. Let him know O'Shea sent you. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.
I got an email from this company called Unison, and they were like, "Yo, check out this MIDI chord pack."
Talk about what you talking about, homeboy. So at any rate, motherfucking rate, let's stop that. At any rate, so we're gonna go through. So Maul was good, bro. He said, "I don't know what the Caribbean could share. Haiti let African Americans, what is it? Settle and set up communities. Did they? I don't know. But my thing is this, man. Again, we from a heavily, Caribbean community. It's just funny that my man is in the chat, and we grew up in a heavily Caribbean community, and we both Black Americans. We grew up in a heavily Caribbean community, and we grew up around everybody. And we grew up eating all the food and, fuck with all the shorties and shit like that, from whatever country. It's not even about like just what could be given to us, but don't front. You know what I'm saying? Of the influences or the inclusion that Black Americans have had for Caribbean people and for African people. You dress like us, you bump our music, you look like us, everything that he said. And it's funny and it's interesting coming from him because he's over there. He's over there. Now, we ain't got a problem with you dressing like us and listening to our music and etc. and opening your ball cap stores and your music stores and and selling everything to us, right? We ain't got a problem with that until you act like we're beneath you. And that's the issue that motherfuckers have, right? Shout out to Lock Vegas. He says, we've allowed everyone in. Hip hop lays on the cultural bed of Black Americans. We furnish their cultural houses, but they never furnish ours. Let me tell you something. Busta Rhymes could talk all the shit he wants, and everybody who's playing this diplomatic role in hip hop, we have videos. Shout out to my man Mega. We did this shit on Facebook. We got videos of people in the Caribbean saying that they were heavily influenced by Black American R&B and other music over there. If Kool Herc brought hip hop to the States, then there should be rap music in Jamaica pre-hip hop in the States. Why is it that, number one, and my man will attest to this shit, okay? Because we both, pretty much 70s children. Why is it that, during the time, we talking about late 70s, early 80s, we had a lot of kids from the islands that did not even want to admit that they were from the islands. I grew up with Jamaican kids that was like, yo, don't tell these motherfuckers I'm Jamaican. They didn't even speak with their accents. So it would make sense that Kool Herc came here not on some Jamaican shit, because in that time period, Black Americans did not rock with reggae like that. This is pre-dance hall. You can't lie to me because I was there. This is pre-dance hall. Dance hall is an offshoot of hip hop. There was no dance hall before hip hop. Motherfuckers listen to that ska shit. But a lot of shit, including your Bob Marleys, was influenced by Black American music. So a lot of the shit, and how many reggae records were remakes of R&B records? And I'm talking about dance hall records. A lot of reggae that was made in the 90s, they had a hip hop version. If you over 40, you know what I'm talking about. They made the regular reggae version, and then they had the hip hop version. Super Cat had a regular reggae version, and he had a hip hop version. Ghetto Red Hot had two versions. The hip hop remix of every fucking thing. Stop playing games, man. Said we need Black enclaves all over the world with communities and businesses that prioritize hiring other Blacks only if they're competent enough to do the job well. The problem with that, and again, in a perfect world, like he said, like I've been saying even before I played the video, in a perfect world, Black enclaves, in order for you to have a Black enclave, wherever you go has to accept and let you build that Black enclave. There's no country for Black men, only plantations. There's a lot of African nations. You go over there, you got to get a national to partner up in your business. You can't just go there and start a business, but they let the Chinese man do it. And I say this shit all the time. Because in these debates that I had over Pan-Africanism, I did some reading. You can't just go over there because they worried about you going over there and taking shit over. But we all Black though. You know what I'm saying? You said Sandy with the fat. This guy, man. The fuck, man. This guy, man. I'm gonna call you when this shit is over, nigga. Anyway, so Nigel says all 8 of those Black Americans need from you all is sincerity. Just don't come over here and speak disparagingly of Black Americans' justice claim, etc. Facts. And Mega's still in the building. Hey, bro, we gonna have to redo that live, man. This is my man Mega. Mega, we gonna have to redo that live, man. You know what I'm saying? He said, yeah, they learned the toast from a Cab Calloway slang book. Again, just us, man. We ain't trying to claim reggae. We ain't trying to claim reggae. All we saying is we did what we did. A lot of people we let in the culture. A lot of people benefited from the shit. The shit need to be fucking reciprocal. That's all we saying. Lock Vegas, he said, we help create Afro-Cuban jazz, also known as salsa. Nah, nigga, your phone ringing. Fuck that. Anyway, Vector313 says, he said, nah, we need to go to Liberia and press the U.S. government to commit to the development of the colony they set up for us. I don't want to, hey, Vec, I hear what you're saying, but that's going to be another Palestinian conflict for niggas, and I don't know if I'm with it, man. That's going to be the Palestinian conflict. Are they going to give us arms and shit like that, like they do these motherfuckers over there? And if they did, then how would that look? How would that look? Some Black American motherfuckers going over there, you know, suited and booted and you know, tooled up to take shit from the motherfuckers that's there. I get it, but there's no country for Black men, only plantations. Bro, I'm out of here, man. This was Friday and No Country for Black Men. I appreciate everybody who showed up to listen to this shit. If you're late, catch the replay. Shout out to my man Nigel. I appreciate all your contributions to this shit. I told you I was going to address this shit. Oh, and before we go, I got one more thing. I almost forgot about this shit. Hold on. Cause my man asked me, did I do this? Hold on. Check this out.
Whew. Let me just get the door for you. Okay. He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Okay. You're recording me? Yeah.
This shit ain't staged,
This is the
bro.
Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, yes. Let's talk about it. About it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree. I went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself, to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but I mean,
and then
Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative, and at least, you know.
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
Well, I mean, like, even like when.
All right. I'm good with it. I've seen enough. Now I'm gonna say this. You know, I ain't gonna argue whether this is real or not. I mean, you know, I see what you're saying, Mega. That, you know, somebody said that's her therapist. I mean, unless she got a bunch of other skits like this or skits of any other kind. I mean, you know, I don't know. But at the end of the day, if we are to take this at face value, she's talking about, you know, and no woman that looks like this can be taken to the Cheesecake Factory. Let's hold on. Let's get a still, you know, a woman that looks like this. Should not be at the Cheesecake Factory. At any rate, you guys have a good night. I'll see y'all next week. If not tomorrow. Look, tomorrow's my Patreon. Patrons. If you're on the Patreon, I'll be on tomorrow. We're gonna be talking some shit. If you ain't got a Patreon account, jump in. Building up a crowd in there. So jump on in there. We talk some shit. Next week, let's talk SBE. I want as many content creators to jump in this motherfucker as possible. I want a battle royale in this motherfucker. I will be speaking. I will be moderating. Anybody get attacked in the chat, it's not on me. Hold your shit down yourself. I'm not here to defend motherfuckers. I'm here to defend the truth. That's it. Let's talk SBE part 2. It's going down more than likely Wednesday evening. Okay, Wednesday evening. Shout out to BGS Sidmore. Shout out to AM1 if he wants to pop up. Any motherfucker can come through. I know you give motherfuckers a shot at BGS, they're gonna show up. BGS said he's coming guns blazing. So, you know, if you got an opinion to express at Mr. BGS, he will be in and y'all speak to him. You know what I'm saying? But we out of here. Right. You know, the unsuccessful swirlers. But yeah, man, we out of here tonight, man. I appreciate y'all, man. All right, No Country for Black Men. Learn this. 100. Peace out.